Hey guys, welcome to EURUSD review. I have not been here since Wednesday morning. We're gonna go over what's happened. There's some awesome setups, some great education that I really want to share with you guys on why these levels work, how to approach different ways to find a long, aka like a position, even when there isn't my best setup, which is a failed breakdown. We'll get into that shortly. A quick example of a failed breakdown would see price at a low, undercut it, and then reclaim that low. You could even use this low right here, for example. See this V shape, that's the low right here. But let's get more into the bull flag first. This is a 4-hour chart. Been talking about it for a while, since April 10th. We finally broke out of it, and we're up 250 points from this resistance turn support. Now let's get into a 15-minute chart and see what's been going on since about 9 a.m. on Wednesday, so that you can see the type of setups that I'm looking for. So last we checked, around 9 o'clock, we reclaimed this level. There's a failed breakdown overnight right here. You can see we undershot these lows. We tried to reclaim them, and then we finally pushed through. There's actually a mini failed breakdown here too, but if you missed it, that would have been fine. You could have gone with the better setup of the reclaim of these lows and just this general level. But afterwards, which we nearly tagged this level, and sometimes one might think, oh, but that was off. Well, in my experience, a lot of times price will usually just come back down and then finally get back to that level. You can see right here we did almost exact. Now we had another reclaim setup here and away. You can see this is a first tag I'd consider, multiple second, third, fourth taps before finally pushing through Wednesday evening around 6 o'clock. So that was a nice reclaim. You had the same thing at this blue level, this macro level. And I want to just show you something. These levels are important to me. Why? Look, just an example right here. We bounced pretty much directly from this level directly to this macro blue level, with a few setups in between, and we sold directly off of that. Like, that's not a coincidence. It happens way more often than you think. Anyways, you can see a clear reclaim here. An acceptance is an amazing thing to witness when you see it done well. This one actually is a better acceptance in my opinion, probably. The almost touch, the actual touch, the pull back, and then the push through. Here you would have required a little more patience. The low would have probably been here where you set your stop loss, and that got tested pretty closely, but you can see how we hit it, sold from 1529 to 1506, almost 23 points, came right back to it and pushed through. I could have gone long right here. Obviously I was sleeping at 1:30 Thursday morning, but then when it comes back down and pushes back up, that's definitely a cue that you can go long there. Afterwards, which we kind of just went up the levels a little bit. I haven't adjusted these at all yet. But you can see direct level tag right here, pretty much pushed through, came back down, pushed off of this level, went all the way up, created a failed breakout, which I don't trade often, but that's essentially when a price sets a high, sells, sets another high, and then goes below the initial high. You could go short a few points below this high right here, but that's not what I really do. Now I want to break down something that I've been noticing a lot. When you see sideways flagging like this, when the price is, I'm gonna go to 5 minute just for educational purpose here. When you see price, excuse me 1 second, have a high and you're looking for position and you don't maybe have too many great lows to work with, like this is the only low I see here that I would really use potentially, maybe this one, but not ideally. You can look for flagging, like after the high, you're gonna see price sell sideways and flag. You can even see that here, look, price hit the high, it flagged sideways and then it popped. Here, price hit the high, it flagged sideways, it kind of just consolidated at this level, and that gives you some confidence to potentially go long, even if you see a mini failed breakdown. Like for example, these are some not great lows, but like this low right here, 1567 to 1582, 15 points is a decent low for sure actually. And you can see it reclaim here at 1:30 p.m. And then just kind of sit there. That's a decent reason to go long, and that clearly worked. You can see another example here. We made a high and then we just sold sideways. That's pretty much flagging as well. And then eventually it did a failed breakdown right at this blue level and popped for a nice long. Another example here, sideways flagging, If I go to a 5 minute, it'll be a more clear. See, you can see the flagging right there. It's just consolidating, and then eventually when price hits a proper level, you can go long on a setup. In this case right here, uh, I would have likely taken a failed breakdown of these lows and got long right around here, 1509, and that would have already worked for 13 points. So just want to show you how important flagging is. A lot of times it'll lead to a setup, especially after selling, going up a lot. It's gonna need some time to consolidate the price. So like when price goes up fast, it needs time to consolidate a little bit before the next level up. I'm not worried about how far up it goes. I just want to get some points and then get back on the sidelines for the next setup. So that's what I'm seeing. Some great reclaims, some great bull flag, mini bull flagging that leads to longs. I think that educational video is very important. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. Real quick, what do I see right now in EURUSD? I see this active fail breakdown below of these lows right here happening. It has played out a little bit. I do think this macro level could be a decent resistance, so I'd be careful right now to try to chase. I want to see maybe some acceptance here and price go above this blue line, possibly to go long. Otherwise, we might just see more flagging down, and price kind of just like keep on selling a little bit slowly, controlled before another big pop. This area right here, this reclaim area where we reclaimed it with some strength on Wednesday morning, will be a classic back test. So I'll be looking for a nice long, whether it's a dip in recovery and it goes below, then goes back up, or an exact test of this level for EURUSD.